Hi, hi everybody again. Welcome back to the Facebook Live, TWR Facebook Live. Sorry, there were a little bit noises behind me, so I have to ask them to be a little bit quiet for during this webcast. So again, as I said, I'm very, very happy to hear a lot of feedbacks, and I ought also to hear that people are practicing and that practice is benefiting, and to know what experiences you are having, and then of course your comments. And particularly thank you very much for sharing with the other people. And as a TWR Facebook Live team is working really hard, and I'm trying to do my best. And one of the things that we request to all of you is if this is beneficial for you, if it is helping you, and then we are asking your help to spread the word, and by simply liking, commenting, particularly sharing about it to rest of the your friends, social friends. So we are requesting you. So today's particular topic is about dissolving the pain, and this is practices what we did last time. And there were a few, and there were not that many questions. There were a few questions. I think the important questions were this about the compassion, the absolute compassion, and relative compassion. So there's basically how does this pain get healed, and what is the role of compassion, relative compassion, and what is the role of absolute compassion. I made a comment during the teaching that the conventional or the relative compassion will not able to cut the root of pain, root of suffering. So people were asking about, does the absolute compassion will able to cut the root of pain? So the answer is simply yes. Let me define a little bit more what is relative compassion and what is the absolute compassion, particularly from the point of view of Dzogchen. The relative compassion is more emotion involved in it. So basically, this sense of empathy, sense of may these beings be free from their suffering, may my pain be free. So some sense of more empathy, emotion related feelings, though that is more like a relative kind of compassion. Sorry, it sounds a little bit more very theoretical here. So basically, let's keep it very simple. When the compassion gets more emotional with the personality, with the conditions, with some sense of involved with the personality, then that kind of compassion practice is hard to cut or impossible to cut the root of pain. And when absolute compassion is when one is able to go beyond the ego, one is able to go beyond personality, when one is able to abide in the nature of mind, in a pure awareness, and then one is able to connect with the pain from that pure awareness. So basically, it is from where you are connecting with the pain, it's very important. So when you are connecting with the pain, it does not help. Most of our cases, we are connecting with our pain, with the pain, and pain increases the pain more. So when we are connecting with our pain more with positive emotional sense of compassion, like a caring, like a mother caring to the child, a mother loving to the child, or mother connecting with the child, or mother holding the child, mother touching the child, mother is presence, fully presence with the child. So these emotional presence, care, attention, love, compassion are what I call relative. And that is absolutely very important. It has a very important role in healing. But sometimes, I think in the Western world, particularly in the Western world, people get too much attached with these feelings, these emotionals, these personalities, these dualities, these conceptualizing it, like analytical connections. So when we do that, then it's harder to basically overcome the feeling, overcome the pain. So that is, I think, what really the distinction here about the relative compassion and absolute compassion. So that basically both are equally valid, both are important. It depends on each individual. People who are very much able to abide in the nature of mind, rest in their being, connect with their self. If they have that truly their ability, then that is a good better option, better approach to be in there. And when from that open, unbounded space, when the compassion, effortless compassion, spontaneous compassion, or spontaneous care or love arises, then that energy turning toward the physical or emotional pain. So, but that is kind of emotion, but came from that more right place, not from the pain, not from the ego, from awareness. It arises from awareness. And when there is no particular kind of emotions like that or warmth like that, but even just still resting with presence with that pain, it's also very beneficial. So once again, this sense of relative and compassion, or emotional and non-emotional awareness, I think it's really like depends on a person to person. So generalizing, saying for everybody you do this or everybody don't do that or something like that, I think it's not right. So basically each person, it depends on each person. So yeah, so the first question was Lisa raising Barry's question about if the emotional compassion does not cut the root of the pain, then does the absolute meditation cut the root? If yes, then how is this work, right? So basically, yeah. So as I said, it depends on person to person. I think when people trying to generalize these profound, deep meditation, and I think that's mistaken. So I would say that generally speaking, the absolute awareness is the only one which cuts the root of pain, and but the emotional or conventional sense of compassion definitely plays a very important role in healing of pain, particularly people who are not able to be less attached to their feelings, their emotions, or they are too much caught up in their emotions and feeling, for those people, it's maybe more beneficial. So that's what's happening. So the Donna Carey's question is about, please tell us more about the differences between absolute compassion and relative compassion. So I think we basically we spoke about it. The differences between the absolute compassion and relative compassion is, if you simple in a simple way, absolute compassion is the pure awareness. Relative compassion is the awareness which is involved in emotion or feelings, thoughts. So that is more, whenever thought and emotion is involved, then the pure awareness has less place. So basically, once again, it depends on person to person. So question about using the hand. So when during the last meditation, I was probably one point I was holding my hand to the heart, and during the meditation. So the question is, what is the role of holding that? I think sometime, particularly in the heart area, when we are meditating, and specifically a meditation or some explanation about the heart, I tend to do this, hold here, because whenever I hold this attention here, I feel it's easier to bring my attention, and I feel it's easier to bring my awareness here. So that is the kind of reason why we are doing that. And last time I talked about, gave the example of the the light. So I think I just wanted to say a few words about this once again, and before we go into a short meditation. So each time, then when our awareness is brought in a particular location, when we talk about spacious, luminous mind, spacious, luminous mind, or spacious, luminous hug. So our pain is where we are hugging. Who is hugging is the spacious, luminous, warm quality. So this is like this. So I'm in my heart. So example of in my heart, if I have a pain in my heart, so first of all, I try to go into deep sense of stillness, silence, and spaciousness. Then I bring my full attention to my heart, and I'm trying to be aware of my heart, and I'm trying to be aware of pain in my heart, and I'm trying not to identify with that, purely resting in that awareness, and then bringing my attention. So this is my awareness. So it's shining on my heart. So this awareness, this light has three different qualities: spacious, feeling more open, luminous, the light, and the warmth of the light. The warmth of the light means the light is referring to awareness. Of course, it's not a torch or it's not the iPhone, but the light is the awareness. So when my awareness is brought right to my pain, there is a warmth in that awareness. Spacious, luminous, warm hug to my pain in the heart, or to my pain, to your pain, anywhere you have a pain, you are bringing your attention there. Just imagine for a moment you lost the connection of awareness, you lost the connection of that light. When that happens, just imagine it's gone. There is no awareness, connection of awareness. There is no warmth of that light or warmth of that awareness to your heart anymore. And I recognize that, then I bring my awareness back. I am open toward that pain. I'm connected toward that pain. I'm present. I'm aware. And the warmth of awareness is there. Just continue pure presence of awareness at the pain wherever you are focusing. Not hold your breath, breathe deep. Release any tensions, any discomforts. Just breathe almost like twice longer. Now, be aware, some of you find this meditation, not too difficult, easy. You are able to rest, you are able to be, you are able to connect, you are able to remain aware, you are able to sense the warmth, you are able to communicate that warmth toward that pain. You feel there's a communication, your awareness and your body, particularly that area, particularly with pain. There is communication, there is healing. If that is true, then just continuously remain like that. I'm going to move my hand away, but you continuously remain aware, presence, feel the light as like this phone. But when you lose it, you can feel the absence of the light and bring back the awareness. Continue. So this is more like a absolute sense of compassion or meditation of pure awareness. Now, to those who is facing some challenges, not able to rest, feeling more restless, not able to be, you're trying to become, not trying to connect, you're putting effort and losing connection, not able to be aware, not able to feel the presence of light and the warmth of that light. Then from that place of the stillness, silence, and spaciousness, allow the feeling of positive emotion like compassion or like love or like kindness toward yourself, toward the one who is in pain, toward the location, your heart, your chest, your arm, your leg, wherever the pain is. Just bring this a caring, loving, emotional attention like a mother would bring to a child. A caring, loving, beautiful mother who is aware of the pain of the child and who is aware the child is suffering for a long time, and suffering which is ignored and not pay attention. She recognizes and she completely changes her relationship to the child, to the pain of the child, and bringing that full warmth of emotion. Now, just for a moment, just be aware of these two different approaches. One, more absolute sense, just purely remaining connected with the awareness. Second, knowing to feel more the compassion, more emotional compassion, emotional sense of kindness, emotional sense of love, like the mother who is bringing those kind of attention to the child, and child is feeling very supported. That's more like a humanly. That's something that more we are familiar with. So either way, it's fine, whatever is most easy, comfortable, effortless you experience. So more trying that, and then absolutely it's okay to sometimes shift back and forth whenever it's necessary. Okay, so thank you very much, and I hope this practice was beneficial. So this is the continuation of this practice what we did the last session, and so this is you can try to continue. I hope that in terms of the relative and conventional sense of practices, it's a little bit more helpful, hopefully a little bit more clear. Sometimes more explanation it makes more confusing, so hopefully it's not like that. Yeah, so I think hopefully that all of you have some good experience. So if you wanted to share some of your experiences, please go ahead. So do you understand conventional sense of working? Do you understand the more like working with the pure awareness? What is easy for you? What is harder for you? What is more effortful? And can you start with one and then go to the next one, or how? Just whatever experience that you are having, please do share. And I think the next session will be, no, I don't remember all the dates and details here. So I would recommend everybody to just pay close attention to the announcement on TWR Facebook Live for next important meditation, and meditation working specific with the pain, and I will maybe kind of explain a little bit also, the role of the prana, which kind of how we started the series of talks, the nine wind, and how does pain and sickness start. And so we will maybe go back and touch a little bit on those things, and then we will have 10 days, every single day, 10-day practices. And I hope that please let many people know that this is like we are taking a lot of time to organize it with the team, and we have all these translators helping, volunteering, and we have all the practice leaders who are around the world in different languages, and they will be dedicating every day practices in each languages, and they will also try to adapt whatever the best timing it's for each places. I know that this timing is good timing for me in the morning here in Kathmandu, Nepal, but maybe this is even though I see some of the Europeans, but this is a difficult kind of time for the Europe. So I think the team is trying to organize in a way that it will adjust the time more comfortably. More people will be able to attend. So please let everybody know, and this will be like your personal guided retreat at your home. So don't miss it. Thank you very much, and all the best wishes from Kathmandu, Nepal. Bye now.